Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Knights of the Old Republic, where we are doing swoop races until we run out of money. That's more likely than getting to the next bracket. Buggered that up, sorry. Messed that up a little bit. And still can't skip this cutscene. Look at you, honey, there, trying to try to cheer me up. Everybody else laughing at me. It just occurred to me just now that as she's walking up like that, the Jedi Master Robe looks a little bit like the World War II fighter ace type outfit. Just need a Joe Cool outfit. I've lost this round. Yep. Not by much. But I am lost. Yes, I know! This is why people don't do the swoop races. Is this cutscene that you can't skip that happens every time. See, look, fighter ace. Scarf and everything. I actually shouldn't waste more money on this. Can't get any. Let me check my money. Even Juhani is shaking her head at me now. I just can't get over the idea of her as, what's your credits? 800? I am down 400 credits on this swoop race. I earned 500. Okay. Okay. That's enough for now. Swoop races. Blah. The swoop race itself is fine, but all the cutscenes leading up to and away from it are annoying. Okay. It makes us seem like we're failing in our duties. You're saying the same thing. It is most distressing that the said embassy was invaded the way it was. Yes. Yes, it is. Most distressing. And there's Karth in his pink armor. It used to be 100. You have been deemed disruptive to Otto City trade and wish to intrigue us PRPs. I won't be paying you right now. Okay. What happens if I try to leave? Interesting, you don't seem to stop. Who are you? Not really. No Pazak, please. There's ours. You're the one that's looking for apples. No, I don't have any. Okay. There's a merchant. Let me see your inventory. Well, that was a repair advanced. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that'll work. What's on my sell list? I'm likely to net. Oh, we'll sell all the red crystals. Away! Cameras deactivated. Okay. Now before we go and trigger a cutscene and such like that, let's go around and talk to people.
Yeah. Stimulants make a... Here's a there any... Here's there anything... Here, there... There... Here, there...
No, I just want stimulants from you.
There...
Drugs, please.
There any... A real... There anything else?
Okay,
Your choice.
Okay. Nope. Wrong way. See if I can find the person who makes computer spikes.
Hey there.
Who makes security spikes? Okay. I haven't used security spikes. Do you make computer spikes? I think you make computer spikes. This is even more annoying than the way that the Canderous does it. Do you make grenades? Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Is something wrong?
I was remembering Taris.
What about it?
It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels. and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
How did you survive?
My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
No one could help you?
And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
Like who?
The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I suppose I see something of her in you when I look... I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Fled where?
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
I should probably check to see if there's more of that story I can get. Hello, Bastila. No, I don't want to load a game. More cutscenes. Okay. Cancel. Let's see what Bastila has to say.
How can I help?
It looks like something's bothering you.
No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
Does the bond mean my presence is necessary somehow?
Necessary, perhaps, but it is no guarantee of our success. I admit, I'm a little disturbed that such a bond could be possible in the first place. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
Okay, I'll answer a few.
Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
I'm a hut in human form blotted over the other republic.
Good. On which planet were you born?
I'm a Wookiee, can't you tell? It's in a remote system. Why?
Excellent. Your current age is?
3012. Healthy living. You're testing to see if your memory things are... Oh, I'm giving it away ending, aren't I?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
And what did you find out?
You were honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taris. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Continue our discussion, last discussion.
I'm not very good at this. I know I owe you an apology. More than one, probably. I was just so desperate to finally face Saul directly in the battle over Taris. And now the Jedi have us looking for these star maps. I know this mission is important, it's just, I feel a bit useless. I mean, I can fight, sure, but I'm no Jedi. All this feels completely out of my league.
Why don't you return to the front lines, then?
Because this is more important. This may really finally make a difference. I suppose even if I can't figure out everything that's going on, I still want to help if I can. I just hate not knowing what's going on and feeling this helpless. But I shouldn't have taken that out on you. I've been a royal pain in the backside, haven't I?
Yes, yes, you have. You sure have.
Well, I guess I should be at least a little pleased that I haven't lost my touch. So, I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
Only if you agree to work with me.
Done. Let's get underway then, shall we, partner?
I don't want to advance that relationship ahead of Juhani. Let's talk to Juhani again.
How may I be of
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would...
What do you think?
I have been thinking much about our journey, and I am grateful and honored that you have accepted me with you. I am not used to such unbiased acceptance from one who is nearly a stranger to me. We Cathar do not make friends easily, or for long. Even on Dantooine I remained alone. Not ostracized exactly, but separate.
Tell me about your people.
In truth, I have lived in the Republic too long, and I know little. I never met any others of my race other than my parents. But we are not diplomats. We do not deal well with groups. This situation is new to me. It is warming. I feel almost welcome. Needed. You seem to be very decisive when it is required of you. It is reassuring to know that I can count on someone like you.
It's nice that you hold me in such high regard.
To be accepted so readily, I find it difficult to explain. It is so different from what I'm used to. Just thank you for accepting me.
Okay. Okay. So, Manon is where we are. And I think it is time to head to Tatooine. Here we go. I'm going to pause my timer. I am probably going to close... Yeah, I am going to close the video. And I'll pick it up again when we're past the age of cutscenes. See you in a moment. Yep. There's a little bit here where they can be recorded, so I'm doing so. Another vision. Force.
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
Looked like it was in some kind of cave. Maybe Tatooine wasn't always a desert.
Perhaps, though that would have been tens of thousands of years in the past. Now there's nothing but the howling emptiness of the Dune Sea. The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Tatooine.
How may I be of
Wondering if we could talk.
What is it you...
Nothing for
Of
now,
course.
perhaps later. Okay. Who do I want? I want Juhani. And I want Mission. Yes.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve, after some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
What do I get for my 100 credits?
The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses.
Okay, I'll pay.
I thought you would. Without these fees, Zirka Corporation would have closed this port years ago. This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
Pleasure. Tatooine? Give me some background information.
There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zirka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look.
What about the operations?
I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it.
You want to tell me more about it?
I can tell you more, I guess. It's not a big secret or anything. Just not good for business. You see, Zirka Corporation staked their claim to this planet based on some very promising geological surveys. Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, and possibly even an attempt at sabotage by a rival company.
So Zirka Corporation set up shop up there.
Not totally barren. There were a few good years of mining, and limited operations are still in place. But the ore is flawed. It has peculiar properties. They've had to look at other forms of business.
What do you mean when you say the ores were peeled?
Zirka Corporation has really tried to hide this, but it just seems that Tatooine metal is unfit for effective manufacturing. I would imagine that this outpost will eventually be abandoned. Nobody is making any money here. Of course, this rock may have been settled a few times, so look for some other company to get stuck with it.
What other forms of business are being looked at?
Pursuits that appeal to the casual traveler. There are some fearsome native species that provide exciting hunting. There are also lengthy barren wastes that serve as fine soup tracks. Attracting business has been slow, however.
What is known about the history of the planet?
Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but I can't picture it as anything but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything.
More like tens
They're
of
barely
thousands,
more
I would
than
say.
animals.
What species?
The Sand People. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animal than anything, really. Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate.
Have you had trouble with the sand?
Not personally, but they've given Zirka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it.
And any other sentient
The
races?
Jawas are scavengers, and a bit primitive. Hard to understand. They have an affinity for droids. Some of our scientists believe that they may not be native to the planet. But how they got here, they may not even know. As I said, they're hard to understand. They usually end up slaves to the Sand People. They aren't fighters. Good traders, though.
Where should a person look for opportunity?
It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zirka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them.
Actually, I really do.
As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
And
What?
you level. Okay, that goes up. That goes up. That goes up. That goes up. I can't go that up again. And that goes up. Feats. Sneak attack 6. Give you medium armor. Probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. I could give you toughness. Where's that armor thing again? Implants. Oh, you get to level up again. Leckman is probably dexterity. Yep. Master Scoundrel's luck. You do not have much hit points. Speaking of which, let's see if we can do some modding. Where is the cargo hold, engine room, swoop hanger, exit ramp, crew quarters. Swoop hanger? Oh, we do have a swoop thing. Okay. Okay. Time to go to a new video. See you in a moment.